know. Let me know if you are joining me live, or let me know if you are watching the replay, #live or #replay. And let me just check, give me one moment, make sure that we are live across. Yes. So I think that it's working, which is always a win. So hi folks, how are you? I hope that here in the UK you haven't got snowed in too much. It is beautiful. It was lovely to have the snow over the weekend, and it was consistent. We're actually by the sea, and it doesn't really settle on the seafront, although there is a smidging of snow over the plants and over the grass a little bit. But it's beautiful and it's cold. Apparently it's going to go down to -7 here in the UK during the week, which is really cold for us Brits, especially in the south. Not so much in the north, but we're in the south. We're right on the south coast. Yeah, not looking forward to that. Anyway, today let's dive into the content, because today I want to talk to you about content marketing and whether or not quality content is more important than being consistent with your content and being visible every day. What's more important? Is it having one blog a week or one blog a month that is really good quality content that might be 1,000, 1,500 words where you've spent hours and hours and hours writing it? Or is it more important to have LinkedIn updates, Facebook updates, shorter blogs, but be visible every day and staying front of mind? Rather than having the quality, we go for quantity. Now, it's a really interesting question, isn't it? Because there are a lot of factors that we have to take into consideration when it comes to content marketing for accountants and bookkeepers. So let's just have a look at some of the problems that you have when someone like me says you need to do content marketing. All right. So first of all, if you wanted to do marketing, you would be a marketer. You probably wouldn't be an accountant. Marketing, especially content marketing, means that you need to be a little bit creative. You have to think on your feet. You have to be comfortable with words, or comfortable with video, or comfortable with just creating and sharing your ideas. And then the third thing that you have to have when it comes to content marketing is time. Okay, so when we look at being creative, when we look at finding the time, and when we look at actually, is marketing, something that you really enjoy? The answers are probably not. Marketing isn't your sweet spot. Probably don't have a lot of time, and probably find it very, very hard to be creative. So where does that leave accountants and bookkeepers? Because you've got people like me saying you need to show up all the time. You need to be creating blogs. You need to be creating articles. You need to be visible on social media. You need to be emailing a database. You need to be front of mind. You've got us saying you must. So what I want to do right now is give you a little bit of leeway. And my answer to the question of should it be quality over quantity or quantity over quality, I would go with quantity every single time. And there's a reason for this, okay? We have to stay front of mind to ensure that our ideal client is seeing us and is watching us when they're ready to buy. Now, we can't make the time for people to buy from you. We can't make them say, buy now, even if they're not ready. So what we have to do is stay front of mind so that when they have decided they're ready to switch accountants or move to you, you are there in front of them on LinkedIn, on Facebook, updating your website, being super, super visible. And yes, we need to have good enough quality. It needs to be good quality content, but it doesn't have to be excellent content. It doesn't have to be 1,500 words of mind-blowing information that would make people go, oh my gosh, I've never heard an accountant out there speak like this. It doesn't have to be that at all. You just got to show up every single day. And one of the things that showing up every single day and not worrying about the quality but worrying about the quantity, it means that the more content you're putting out there, the better your content will get. I remember when I first started doing marketing, it was back in 2009, I launched my business. I then went on to Twitter. I think it was around 2011. I started really using Twitter for business. Then Facebook started to be, we used to have them Facebook pages, and we'd create these Facebook pages. And I found it really difficult to do because naturally I'm an introvert. I don't like standing in front of hundreds of people. I don't like putting myself out there. I don't like showing up every single day. Well, I didn't back in 2011. Okay. And what we need to understand is that where I was in 2011, 10 years later now in 2021, because I was consistent and showed up every single day with my marketing, it got better and better and better, and it became less stressful. When I look at my blogs that I wrote back in 2010, 2011, they were horrendous. They were really poor. They weren't very good quality, but there was quantity of them. And sharing these blogs every single day enabled me to stay front of mind and got my business to grow. I grew my personal brand. And you see it a lot on LinkedIn. You see lots of accountants and bookkeepers just posting, dare I say, a little bit of crap, but they're getting massive interaction because they're building their personal brand, and what they're doing is they're getting people interact with that and they're getting clients from it. So the content that accountants and bookkeepers are posting on LinkedIn and Facebook every single day isn't always a 1,500 word article where you deeply understand your ideal client. Often it's sharing your personality, it's sharing your personal brand, it's about showing up. And one of the things I really want you to understand is that quantity trumps quality. Quantity trumps quality. I'm not saying post rubbish, but what I am saying is if you think that you have to write 1,000 word or 1,500 word article, you're not going to have the time. Your mind, your creativity isn't going to be there to enable it to flow from you. And you just are unable to do the marketing because it's not your sweet spot. And this is why I created the Content Lounge. So the Content Lounge, when I launched it a year ago, back in, I think it was May 2020, I created it to teach accountants and bookkeepers how to do content marketing. But I was wrong. Like, I have to hold up my hands. I was completely wrong. The Content Lounge, whilst it's great and had really good content training in there, how to write a blog, how to do a newsletter, how to record videos, not many of you took action. Out of the 150 people that came back to me and gave me feedback, we had about 130 stay in the Content Lounge, but 20 of you came to me and said, Amanda, I can't do content marketing. Amanda, I don't have the time. Amanda, I just cannot do this. It's just not something that I, as an accountant or bookkeeper, can do. And I heard you. So less than a year later, back in January of this year, that's when I realized you guys don't need to learn how to do content marketing. You do need to learn how to do marketing, but you don't need to learn how to do content marketing. What you need to do is get content out there, which is why I created the Content Lounge, which is full of blogs, social media updates, snippets to put on LinkedIn, already written so that you can be super visible online, because quantity beats quality. Okay? Quantity beats quality. Showing up and staying front of mind is the first step into mastering your marketing. You're not going to be a 1,500 word blog writer unless you are naturally a 1,500 word blog writer. So instead of focusing on, oh my gosh, it's got to be perfect, it's how do I show up every single day? And that's why the Content Lounge has shifted from just training to actually giving you 365 days worth of content where you can post a blog every day if you wanted to. It's where you can show up with short snippets on social media every day if you wanted to. And it's about having the images and the brand show up every single day. So to recap, let's just have a look. you don't have a lot of time to do marketing. So the marketing that you should do shouldn't be focused on creating a blog article where it's overwhelming and all-consuming. It's the marketing that you should be doing should be what I call direct response marketing, which means that you actually get someone to interact with your marketing and get into a telephone conversation. That's a whole nother conversation. Okay, so direct response marketing should be what you spend your time on, and then content marketing should be where you leverage your time and just think about showing up and staying front of mind every single day. Okay, so you don't have the time. When it comes to creativity, to get people into conversations, you don't have to be creative. You need to ask people to get into conversations. That's something we cover in Momentum. And then when it comes to actually being consistent, don't think about the content that you have to create. Just show up every single day. Stay front of mind so that when the buyer is ready to buy from you, they think, great, I'm going to come to Bob at ABC Accountants. He's been front of mind. He's been in my timeline every day. He's been marketing to me every day. I remember him. I need an accountant. This is the accountant I see the most. And I talk a lot about dominating your marketplace. And you really need to think about the way to dominate your marketplace isn't with one blog a month. It's with showing up every freaking day. Okay. And when I first started doing videos, I didn't have the confidence or the energy, and I didn't show up the way I show up now. Completely different. I just showed up every single day and got better and better and better. What the Content Lounge does for you is it gives you all the content, bar the videos. Okay. I can't create content with your face on it. But bar the videos, I give you all of the content and you can show up every single day. If you're interested in that, comment content below. But the number one thing I want you to take from this video is that consistency and showing up every single day trumps quality. Quantity trumps quality every single time. You're going to get clients if you're front of mind. You are not going to get clients if you are what I call a marketing ghost and invisible. Hope it's helpful. Let me know your biggest takeaway. What's been like an aha moment. Don't overthink it. Don't try and be creative. Don't think that this is, that marketing is this huge thing. You need to invest in direct response marketing, time and money in direct response marketing, but you do not need to spend loads and loads of time doing content because we've got you covered in the Content Lounge. So comment content below if you want Content Lounge details, and let me know. Quality or quantity, which one would you think moves the needle the most? I totally and 100% believe that quantity trumps quality every single time. All right, catch up with you soon. See you later. Take care.